Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Drone Wars. We have some interesting information to share with you guys today. It seems like the galaxy is going to start closing off starting this week, so we've got quite a bit of things that are about to go on. For now, we're just going to observe the battles that have happened this week, and we're going to go and take a look at the star map to see exactly which battles are going on. Alright, so here on the star map, we can see we have this circle here. Anything that is outside the circle is essentially going to just not be here in the next episode. So we're going to go and take a look within the circle and see what's going on over here. It seems that the GDF has removed their fleet here. It seems that Delta is kind of just moving their forces over to the right over here. Also taking that territory there. Over here we can see that Coilton Shipyards is of course moving in, taking a little more territory while also moving away to the right. If you look down over here, it seems that this faction here is going to take this territory here. They don't seem to be too worried about the threat. Over here, it's a fleet removed, not too much. Over here, you can see those fleets are moving down, going for a bit of a rush over here, which is interesting. Pirate Empire seems to be taking some more territory over here, which is a bit interesting. There is a small battle happening over here. It seems that this rogue fleet is still moving upwards over here. They're going to be attacking this fortress, so that's going to be somewhat interesting to see. Over here, you can see a rogue fleet is moving in to fight over here, and it seems that this faction over here is going to battle to go and fight that off. Over here, you can see that GDF is moving in towards the middle. Over here, what's interesting is that GDF and RWI have essentially teamed up and declared war on the rest of the server. So that's actually pretty interesting. We're going to see what happens with that. As a result, a lot of these other factions are actually moving towards the middle. You can see over here, there's some more factions moving in, kind of just expanding out. BHI is taking a lot of the territory is being taken over here. It seems like the Red Sun Empire is going to be taking that shipyard over here, while BHI moves over to the right. They will be taking back this shipyard over here, which is going to be interesting. Over here, it seems that the Martian Confederacy is just moving their large fleet over to the right over here. This faction isn't really doing anything. More forces are moving over to the right over here with more upgrades and stuff going on. Over here, it seems that UNE is pushing upwards, and the Pirate Empire is also doing the same. The New Galactic Alliance here is actually making a full-on offensive over here, which is pretty interesting. Some more forces are moving around over here. Yeah, not too much really going on around. So there's only a few battles, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at those battles and see what happens. Alright, that is all for this week. The map is going to start closing in, and I hope to see you guys well in the next episode. Take care.